Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning to the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic: more allegations have been levied against Justin Tucker. Look, guys, I told you I'd keep you up to date on this stuff. I didn't put out an early video. I got this about 2 hours ago, but I wanted to keep on the same time frames I usually put out videos. So somebody else, or at least new allegations were released for 3 other massage therapists, which this marks the 5th Baltimore area spa where massage therapists, that's 5, that say he acted inappropriately between 2012, 2016, and brings the number of therapists making claims to 9. Tucker denies any wrongdoing and calls the accusations false. Understand. Look, this is such a slippery slope. Now, look, I'm not going to be crying about it. That's not the way I do things. I give you perspective from both sides. Keep it fair. I keep it fair. Because we've seen the ball fall on either side of this. If you have a problem with me saying this, I don't know what else to say to you. Because literally, like, this could be coordinated, right? And then the man loses everything, and then later comes out that it's flat, and everyone's like, oh, what did you expect us to think? Or it could be that he's a dirtbag, and all of this is true, and he should probably be behind bars. So that's what I'm saying. We don't know the truth. We don't know. But it's looking very bad. As I say all that, it's looking very bad for Justin Tucker. And here's one of the reasons why. I'm going to read this to you because I don't know if some of you got the eye acuity to zoom in and take that in. But let me read this to you guys so you understand exactly where I'm coming from with this, all right? Check this out. This is a letter, I'm guessing, that was sent to management from one of the ladies. I, cross out the name, at this time no longer feel comfortable working on Justin Tucker. He has made it a point in previous sessions to expose his erect manhood to me by untucking my drapes, regardless of how many times I have to redrape him and tell him he is messing up my drapes. He has done so again in our most recent appointment of, check this out, 5/18/2015. All right. Additionally, in his most recent appointment, he made it a point to run his fingers, plural, along my inner thigh. Even after abruptly moving away from him, moving his arm back onto the table and asking if he would like to pull his arm down on the side of the table, he had ignored me. He did this to me twice. This had happened at the end of the session, and I was closing out, so the session ended anyways. This put me in a very compromising and uncomfortable situation. Upon cleaning up his sheets afterwards, there was a large spot of white substance on my bottom sheet, right where his manhood would have been laying on the table. As a professional in this field, it has been reported that Justin Tucker upholds a reputation of exposing himself amongst therapists in the past and with the past therapists I have worked with. I understand that Justin Tucker is an important client to the QG, but as an employee of the QG who has tolerated the previous interactions with him, I no longer feel safe or comfortable working with him. Woo. Guys, look at the top. I circled it in red. This was sent January, March, April, May 20th, 2015. We're talking legit almost a decade ago. It's like 9 years and like 4 months ago, this was sent. This is what I'm trying to say. Like the proof, like the amount of paperwork does not look good on Justin Tucker. Now look, you could be unbiased and stay in the middle. But the truth, the facts are the facts. You can't argue this. This looks horrible. Because I've already said this. If more things about this comes out that has been documented, there's a paper trail that also aligns and coexists right next to the timeline that's been set. How does he deny it? How does it just be like, well, you can't prove it, so it is what it is? Statute of limitations is up. Better luck next time. Look, man, it's one of these things where it's a subject. It's a very sore subject. Some people have went through stuff like this. Sorry to anybody who has, but I try to be understanding about both sides. But this is hard to read sometimes. It's like, man, like this don't look good. Listen, I don't care if you were Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. They could see that this looks bad. And remember what I said. We don't know how far these women do. They know who he is. They're in the Baltimore area. They know exactly who Justin Tucker is, right? There's a part in here where it says, let me go back to it. I didn't circle it, but there's a part that I wanted to reread to you guys. And it says, as a professional in this field, at the bottom, it has been reported that Justin Tucker upholds a reputation of exposing himself amongst therapists in the past and with past therapists I have worked with. That means some of these women know each other. So that'll actually work against the case. Because originally it was said that none of them knew each other, all from different places and everything else. But this is saying that a lot of them, they know each other. So this, like I said before, I'm just telling you how the law is going to look at it, how it's going to be brought up in court, all those things. So, that's the one part that I would say sounds a little bit iffy, but everything else sounds extremely bad, especially the date. Because what is that? That's less than a year before he got started strictly going to nothing else but the Baltimore Ravens staff to get his massages and wellness taken care of. Hence why I keep saying the timeline. But you see that part where she admitted that they know each other? Ooh. Yeah. That means they could corroborate story. I'm telling you how they're going to look at it. I'm not saying this is true. All of these are allegations. I'm just telling you they're going to look at it and say, well, they could have corroborated stories, matched up stories. Now, if one of these women, here's the kicker, if one of these women kept, let's just say, that undersheet, kept it in a bag, put it in a safety deposit box, if that white substance was on there, that means the DNA is still, Dana is prevalent. And one thing about Dana, if you take care of something, she doesn't go nowhere. She's ready to stand up and speak her truth. Just being real with you. If you don't know who Dana is DNA. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of this could just be shut down real quick because if they did keep evidence, like I said before, if one of these ladies taped it, like her saying, hey, can you stop touching me? Please have that recorded. And he's like, it's no big deal. Come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Stop being so stiff. He's cooked. I'm just being, and you don't know. A lot of times with people, if you keep doing something over and over again, people will start to record you. Even back then, now, a lot of blockers are placed on our phones where we couldn't record and do certain things. Like if we were talking to people, back then, certain applications in their infancy allowed you to do that. But I don't know how the court could subpoena some of that stuff, but they could suppress some of that stuff too and say, certain laws based on such and such stop you from showing that. What happens if they say, okay, fine, I won't show it, but let somebody in their circle or someone random in Baltimore upload it to the internet? So now it's from an anonymous source. Or an anonymous source sells it to TMZ. TMZ is licking their lips for the opportunity to get something on Justin Tucker. I'm telling you. And if TMZ gets it, it's going to be an even bigger story than what it is now. Because not only are they going to release what else they got, they're going to promote it. CNN, NBC, all of them is going to be like, breaking news. Nasty, crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy. Crazy. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this being typed up in 2015? Also, what do you think about her admitting, whoever this was, to Jane Doe, admitting that some of the therapists know each other? Does that change anything for you? Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. And like I told you before, anything that pops up about this, I will be reporting on. I'll keep us up to date about this stuff. Hopefully, it turns out to be false. I'm hoping. Because I'm praying that nobody had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Not for his sake, but for the women's sake. Being real. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're going to do what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Love the comments. If you've not done so, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes. 3 tiers of content goodness, one of your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This is Joe Nugget signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.